What's good, y'all? Welcome to your girl channel, Chillinwithlanda. I am back with another story time, and I know I have been dealing, surviving life. But thank y'all for sticking with me. If this is your first time on my channel, then honey, don't be a silent watcher. Anything counts over here. Subscribe to the channel, like my video, leave a comment down below. That's how we talk around here. And if you already a part of my crew, then you already know what time it is. It's time for another what? Story time. Yes. And I just want to say, this is going to be like a part two of the party line of story time with PeeWee, Treetop, and Robin, because they became real close and some things happened after that. So I want to get into all of that good jazz or whatever. And yeah, let's just go ahead and get into the story time, y'all. Let's go. All right, so disclaimer before I even get into the video. Do not date guys or girls who wear black forces. It's really a thing. It's really a thing. It's really a thing. Especially if they're old and creased up and the shoestrings are all tied tight together, dusty. They have been through some things. Runaway, trust me. But let's get it. Honey, like I said, Robin mama got mad. My daddy wasn't having it, but we were around the same age, and me and Robin hung out, so we continued to be close, and she continued spending the night at my house very often. Now school has started. It's August time. School has started. I'm a freshman in high school. She's a freshman in high school. Big things is happening. So I was supposed to catch the school bus, but this day, PeeWee calls me and he's like, "Yo, what you doing?" I'm like, getting ready for school. He was like, "Okay, you haven't left yet? I'm about to pull up." So I'm like, "Pull up, okay, pull up." So I called Robin. Like I told y'all in the other story time, Miss Mary, her godmama stayed right down the street, and so did Robin. We all stayed very close in the neighborhood. So I called Robin. I was like, "Girl, PeeWee about to pick me up." She was like, "Oh yes, Treetop just called me, and they together. They finna pick me up too." So I was just like, that's strange. These Negroes never had a car before. They always would get on the bus or get dropped off by their friends, but whatever. I'm going to school. So about 5-10 minutes later, he hit my blind, and I go outside. It was a black little Honda, looked tore up from the floor up. The paint was all rusty. The tents was peeling off. The bumper was like bent up. It was raggedy daggedy, y'all. That was just my first observation, and I was like, "What homeboy let him hold his car this morning? Like, who raggedy car is this?" I walk up to the car. Treetop is in the car. PeeWee is in the car. I get in. I give PeeWee a hug because that's my boo thing. And we ride off down the street to go pick up Robin. Now Robin gets in the car. "Hey girl, it's our first day of high school, y'all. We're freshmen in high school. Plus we're getting dropped off by our boyfriends. You feel me? Like, this is a day to remember. We excited, girl." So Robin's school was closer than mine. So we head to Northwestern. Them bulls, I don't like them bulls. But we head to Northwestern, drop Robin off, and it was my turn. I'm a general, baby. I'm a General Jackson. So they dropped me off, but we hanged out in the parking lot just a little bit. I was actually late this morning because I was in there just playing with PeeWee, just talking or whatever, stalling. Going to school, I was excited because my boo done dropped me off. You know what I'm saying? Me and my god sister got boyfriends with cars. I'm just in high school now. I'm just feeling good today. So we started hanging around each other a little more. Me and Robin, I mean, because y'all know she would hang at my house during the summertime, but it's school time now. But because our little boo things are besties, it's inevitable for me and her to not really hang out now. So that's what we started doing a lot more. They would come pick us up in this little black rundown Honda. We would ride the city. We would be going to the beach, honey. We would just be riding. So one day we was all hanging out. It was just one of those days we just didn't have much to do. So we decided to go to PeeWee mama house, right? So we pull up to this house. It's very old looking. It was okay, but it was old looking. When I say old looking, if you see a house down here in Miami with a chimney on the top, it is very old because a chimney is no longer needed for down here. It does not get that cold. It is absolutely no reason for your house to have a chimney on top of it, right? So his house had a chimney on top, so I automatically knew that, hey, this house is old, but it was cute. I'm just describing the house for y'all. So we all go inside, me, Robin, and Treetop. We follow PeeWee inside. We all sit on the couch. Now, when I'm sitting on the couch, the hallway is very dark, but I can hear this faint voice of this woman. So she's like calling his name. She's like, PeeWee, PeeWee. He's ignoring her. He's in the freezer. Just ignore her. Me and Robin is looking down this hallway like, I hear this voice, um, should somebody tend to that voice? So he's in the kitchen. PeeWee is in the kitchen looking in the cabinets, looking for food, ignoring this voice in the hallway. So I keep hearing this voice like, PeeWee, PeeWee. So I say, yo, somebody's calling you. I don't know who back there, but somebody's calling you. He slammed the freezer door and he gets to stomp into it, the hallway to the back room. I can hear him a little loud. He was like, man, I'm out there with my girl and my friends. What you want? What you want? So I'm like, okay, maybe that's his auntie or somebody back there. So a couple minutes later, he comes back to the living room. He's like, y'all good? Y'all want some of this? Y'all want some of that? So I was like, yeah, I'm a little thirsty. I'll take this. I'll take some of that. Or whatever. And mind you, Robin and Treetop, they on the couch. They just doing their thing. They was in love the whole time. They just used to be in their own world, y'all. So I'm on the couch. I'm paying attention because I'm like, who is this woman or whoever back there that he's giving attitude to? So he's just like, y'all want something? Y'all want something? I'm like, yeah, I'll take something to drink. But I can still hear this faint voice that's in the back room, like in the hallway. So he slams it again and he goes back there. Now, y'all, he was back in the back room for maybe 10 minutes. He comes back and he comes with this woman, a plus size woman. He's pushing her in a wheelchair down the hallway into the living room where all of us were sitting on the couch. So I was like, hey, because I'm respectful. Automatically, I don't care who it is, it could have been grandma, auntie, his baby mama. It could have been anybody. She was an older woman. So my first instinct was to say, hey, how you doing? So I said, hey, how you doing? And she looks at me. She said, hey, how you doing? But she seemed very drained. She seemed very tired. She seemed very, like, sickly, He put her right there in the kitchen, and he just kept doing what he was doing. So I was like, when he walked back over to me, I was like, who that? That's your auntie? He was like, nah, that's my mama. So I was like, oh, so, I'm like, oh, so how you doing or whatever? You know what PeeWee told me? PeeWee was like, don't talk to that. Bro, don't talk to her. Bro, don't talk to her. So I was like, okay. So I look at Robin looking at me, because I'm like, okay, maybe them two just had an argument or whatever. I have no idea what's going on. Don't talk to her. That's your mom. So I'll be quiet, just a little bit, because I've already spoken. Them two is still on the couch. So, he pushed her in the room after he give us the waters or whatever. He pushed mom back in the room, like in the back. So he comes back into the room with us, and now she's a little louder. Maybe she don't wet her whistle, so mama's a little louder, you know what I'm saying? So she's calling him. She's like, PeeWee, PeeWee. So he's just yelling. He's like, bruh, what the fuck you want, bruh? What? And I'm flabbergasted. I'm like, are you not supposed to honor thy mother and your father, So he's like, bruh, what the fuck you want? So I'm looking at Robin, because am I tripping? Am I tripping? Is that not your mom? So he didn't get up. I'm still sitting there just waiting for him to go attend to his mama, right? He didn't get up. She could still hear her calling him. So he finally gets up off the couch, storm back to the room. Now we can hear clearly because she's louder and he's louder. When I tell y'all, PeeWee cussed his mama out. He kept calling her bruh. He was telling her shut the F up. He was like, bruh, you see I got company. Why the F you keep calling me out there? I was just so stunned. I was too stunned to speak. Me and Robin, this was our first time encountering his mom, or even just being in his house like that. But Treetop, y'all supposed to be besties. So at this point, I started looking at Treetop like, hey, you're not gonna say nothing? You're not gonna walk back there and be like, bro, you good? Bro, chill. You're not gonna say nothing? You hear him back there cussing his mom out? So PeeWee comes back out. He's stomping. I'm a little disturbed. I'm a little mad at this point. I'm a little quiet. So I'm just staring at him. He goes inside of the kitchen. He looks in the drawer. I guess it's some kind of medication or whatever. And the pills, when they have the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, the little container or whatever. A couple of days was missing. Like a couple of them was empty or whatever. So he was looking. He was like, see, I told this bitch it was Wednesday. Ain't even nothing in here. He was talking to himself, whatever. He was like, ain't even nothing in here. This bitch keep bothering me. She see my friends in the living room. So I'm looking at Treetop again, because why men don't step up and like do the right thing? Like, okay, that's your homeboy mom, but you're not gonna say nothing. I mean, you probably would expect me to say something too, but it's like, be a man. Say something to your friend. Like, I don't know, calm down, bro. Anything. You know what I'm saying? So nothing was said. So he's just flipping through the little pill thing. He's like, I told this B, it wasn't nothing in there. So he slams the cabinet. He goes back to the back room. Now I can hear him shuffling like he's slamming, like, I don't want to say like slamming her. No, it sounded like he was like trying to help her. I didn't see it, but I'm telling you what I hear. It sounded like he was like maybe trying to put her in the bed, maybe, and she was like giving him a hard time, and he was like forcing her down a little bit. That's what it sounded like. You know, it was a lot of shuffling in the bed. So I ain't gonna lie, I got up and I walked to the back room and I was like, PeeWee, what's going on? Like, what's up? You need help? So he was like, man, excuse me. He was like, this B, bruh, she always sick, bruh. I'm sick of this, bruh. Ever since I was a child, she been doing me. I ain't got no life, bruh. I'm sick of this woman. Like, she need to die and this and that. Are you serious? Are you serious? So I helped him like put her in the bed. You know, I put the little cover on her, whatever. I immediately walked back to the living room and I was ready to go. So I looked at Robin and Treetop. I'm like, y'all ready to go? They was like, yeah, we just chilling, waiting on y'all or whatever. So I'm like, yeah, we could get up and we can go back to that little raggedy Honda and let's roll. So PeeWee was like, why y'all ready to go? And I was quiet. I wasn't feeling it, y'all. It just rubbed me the wrong way how he was handling his mama. If you would handle your mama like that, how do you think he would handle me? That was your mother. Not only was that your mother, she's sick. And apparently she's dependent right now. And apparently you are a piece of crap son. So at that point, I was so ready to go. I was so turned off. I was only in 9th grade, but I knew deep in my soul that you were going to burn in hell for what you just did, right? So I was like, yeah, we ready to go. So we all get in the car and we're just riding, y'all. We just riding and we're just riding. We're close to my dad's house at this point. Now, I don't know about y'all cities, and even times have changed down here now. The devil be working. Like back then, every stop sign, like every light, there were like people with their microphones, and the church people, they'd be out there like, Jesus save, you know, Jesus save, and they'll be preaching on the microphone. Y'all know what I'm talking about? You know, they'd be the pastor be all in the red light preaching to you, God is good and he's coming back and he love y'all, and yeah, and people honking their horn. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Down here that happens very often. So like I said, we was like 5 minutes from my daddy's house, and it was a pastor at the red light, and we're at the red light, and the pastor is walking in front of the cars with his mic, and he's like, you know, God saves and he loves us all. You are his children. Like, everything is hard right now, but God got you. God got you. He started revving on the engine, y'all. PeeWee started revving the engine. He was like, vroom, vroom. Vroom, vroom. So I was looking at him like, what's going on? You know, like, why are you doing that? So he was revving the engine, and while he was doing that, he was like, bro, I'm so sick of these people, bro. The police need to come take them to jail, bro. First of all, you say bro one more time. Say bro one more time. Say bro one more time. Why do you keep calling your mama bro? You call me bro occasionally. You calling the church people. Is that your only vocabulary word? Is that the only way you know how to express yourself? Bruh. So he's like, bruh, these people need to go to jail. Like, it ain't no God anyway. God forgive me for saying that, but that's what he was saying. Ain't nothing, you know, ain't no God anyway. Like, I'm so sick of these people. Get out of my way. First of all, the pastor wasn't even in front of the car. The pastor was not even in front of the car. He was just walking, you know what I'm saying? It was just, that did it for me. So it's like, okay, that how you treat your mom and she's clearly sick, it rubbed me absolutely the wrong way to my core. It really made me really sad that she have a piece of crap toenail son like that can't, you know, help her the right way. But what really did it for me was how angry he got. Well, the mama situation didn't, but what really did it was when the pastors and the church people, it's like, you know how they say when the evil try to attack you and you spray them with the holy word, they just That's what it was like with him. When he seen those church people out there preaching and stuff like that, it's like he didn't like it. So y'all, I am aware of stuff like this. It rubbed me absolutely the wrong way. And when I tell you, I told Robin, if Treetop is with PeeWee, don't call me. I cut him off completely. He dropped me to my daddy house. Where if Robin stayed with them the rest of the day, I have no idea. But they absolutely dropped me to my daddy house, and I was absolutely not interested in him anymore after that. Now it's been like, let me see, like 4 months since that had happened, because I was avoiding him. I would not talk to him. I blocked him on my little Nokia, honey. I just wasn't feeling how he treated his mom and how he didn't like God. But Robin told me, Robin kept talking to Treetop because they was in love and they all would hang out. And she told me that Mr. PeeWee was not can't say cheating, but he had found another girlfriend. And apparently he has a type, because apparently she looked like me. This ponytail is killing me. And apparently she looked like me. Oh, damn. She said she was chunky, red, had a lot of curly hair, just like me. So apparently he had a type. And apparently this girl went out with them like 2 or 3 times. Robin claimed to be not friendly with the girl. Who knows? Who cares? Because I wasn't really feeling PeeWee after he did what he did. But the word on the street was they was all riding around in the little hoop-de-hoop Honda with my lookalike. You know what I'm saying? So that's what happened in those 3 or 4 months that we were talking. Now, y'all know my birthday is in December. So it's like November going into December. My birthday is coming. And PeeWee was pushing hard. PeeWee was like having Robin like send me like, he would send long paragraph text messages to Treetop, right? And Treetop would send them to Robin, right? And it was all planned. He would do all that so that he sent them to Treetop. Treetop would send them to Robin, so Robin could send them to me. I guess because I had him blocked. He was like sending long messages saying how he missed me and no other girl can compare to me. And it's just, whoop de whoop de whoop de whoop whoop de whoop whoop de whoop. So my birthday coming, like I said, December 17th. So I kind of gave him a little wiggle room back into my life because it's boring. My life, the band season had just, ceased a little bit or whatever. And I wasn't doing much and I just wanted to hang out. So I kind of let PeeWee back in my world just a little bit. And when I did, he still had this little whoop-de-whoop Honda with the beat down bumper and his raggedy old Forces, right? He was a little ran down, but I kind of liked him, So he was like, let me take you shopping. This was something new to me because although he was older, like I mentioned in the other story time, they were a little dusty and a little broke, yeah. So when he was like, I'm going to take you shopping for your birthday and stuff, I was like, okay, cool. So like I know, it's just me, Robin, Treetop, and PeeWee. So we all go to the mall. Back then, the mall was lit. I can't remember the name of the store. It used to have all kind of heels and sandals. Traffic. Is it called Traffic? I don't know. Can y'all name a few of those little stores that used to be in the mall back in the days? Them shoe stores for girls? I want to say Traffic. I want to say Traffic because he brought me 3 pair of little sandals out of there. Treetop got Robin some sandals. Honey, y'all know I still love rainbow till this day. I love rainbow till this day. So back then, of course, we went inside rainbow. I brought me all kind of pair of jeans, some shirts. And while I'm getting these items, I'm thinking, I've known him for like, 2 years now. And they broke. Where are you getting this money from? But I'm picking up shirts and little sandals. I don't really give a damn, but it's in my brain. You know what I'm saying? So we all just still shopping. We still shopping. Buying all kind of foods. I'm talking about we hit the food court, hit Miss Ann's up, got all kind of food. And I'm still wondering where they get this money from. Where did they get this money from? You know what I'm saying? Where did this money come from? I'm thinking this, but of course I'm not saying anything. So, like I said, Robin is with us. So Treetop, of course, is like getting Robin her little dollar, getting her little outfit. She was into more sundresses. She's more of a dress type girl. She was getting all kind of dresses. She's getting her stuff too. And we just in the mall, we having fun. Now, what really did it for me was like, ding dong. when this Negro bought him a G-Shock and a new pair of Jordans. Y'all, back then, when I was in high school, the G-Shock watches was expensive for us. You feel me? It was expensive. And then he brought the newest pair of Jordans, y'all. What? What? I'm confused. Did you guys get a job? Did you and Treetop, like, when did y'all start working? When did y'all start getting a job? Like, y'all, I'm sorry, I have to keep looking away because y'all, I am trying to work while telling this story time because I gotta get the money. I gotta get back on the road. I gotta get back on my game because I have been thrown off from a lot of stuff that's been going on in my life, y'all. So when he brought them Jordans in that G-Shock watch, I was just like, that's a little bit. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what bank you done robbed, but I was just like, yeah, that's a little strange. Like, where he get all this money from? So we leave them all, and of course, you know, I'm not questioning anything because I'm just being a princess. Y'all know that I'm not really a dumb girl. I kind of figured something wasn't right, but at the same time, it's like at the same time it was like it's not my business because it's not me. I'm just reaping the benefits of it, right? So can y'all just give me a second and let me cut my little laptop off, child. And y'all, it's just a quick little break. Y'all ever heard of Go Auto Insurance? Anybody work from home and anybody work for insurance? Um, Go Auto Insurance have a long hold time. Their hold time is about 2 hours. The max hold time is 2 hours, y'all. And they don't answer the phone sometimes. So that's why I'm for the call to get me a little break. You feel me? There go that good hold music. All right, all right. It's gonna be a while. So yeah, back to the story time. All right, so like I said, when he brought when he brought the G-Shock watch and the new Jordans, I just knew something was up. But you know, I didn't really say anything because I was reaping all the benefits, and I was a freshman in high school, and the new stuff that he was getting me, I just couldn't wait to go to school with it, right? So like I said again, birthday's coming up. He's trying to get on my good side. He's trying to do everything he can to, like, you know, win me back. And, you know, we all still hanging together. And the topic of a hotel party came up. And so I was like, okay, cool. But I don't really have no money for that. You feel what I'm saying? A hotel party is cool. I probably can't have no expensive hotel. Motel 7 would do me good. You know, Motel 7 would do good. So we all planned it out. That was like, cool. We could do Motel 7. So me and Robin, you know, we girls, we put the little list together. So we know we cheap. We don't have much money. So of course we was just gonna get a little you know, a box of Publix chicken, you know, the off-brand sodas, you know, or maybe a box or two of the Pizza Hut pizza. You know, we're very broke. We're very pinching over here, you know. So that's what me and Robin came up with, you know, the bare minimum of what we can afford. So y'all, come my birthday time, you know, it's just getting closer. I'm excited. Me and Robin is talking about it. I invited a couple of my homegirls. Of course, everybody had an excuse. But my very good friend Diamond, she was gonna come, and so, you know, that was that. So the day of the hotel party, I had my mind set on just a little simple dimple, you know, like I said, the Motel 7, the little sodas, the little off-brand pizzas or whatever. You get what I'm saying? So I was excited about it, honestly. But as the day went on, Treetop and PeeWee comes pick me and Robin up from my dad's house, and you know, we heading to the hotel. So I'm excited. I'm like calling my friend Diamond. I'm like, Diamond, are you coming, girl? She was like, girl, I am on the way. I'm on the way. I'm like, cool. So I was like, I was going to send her the address to the Motel 7. PeeWee cut me off. He was like, nah, I got the address to the hotel. So I was like, okay, cool. He sent me the address. I looked at it and then I sent it to Diamond. Now, back then, you know, we have Google now. You can, when you send addresses and it'll show you like the place, it'll say the hotel name or whatever. Back then, it was just an address, right? So she was like, okay, cool. I ain't too far. So I'm excited. We're in the car, me and Robin. We just talking. She calling her friends, see if they coming, whatever. You know, we just excited. So we pull it up to the hotel. I was like, this ain't 7th Avenue 7 Motel 7. We pulling in the parking lot and it said Marriott. Girl, in the 9th grade, the Marriott was fancy for me. So I was like, oh, who room at the Marriott? So PeeWee was like, babe, this, you know what I'm saying? You know, me and Treetop put together some money for you so you and Robin and y'all friends can enjoy your birthday, this, and that. Oh, you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh. I didn't know how much the room was. I just knew it was going to be more than Motel 7. So I didn't ask too many questions again. I got up out of the car. He checked into the room. We upstairs. Now, when I get inside of the hotel room, no, it was not all of those balloons and love you, babe, happy birthday. No, it was none of that. But remember I told you that Publix chicken and off-brand sodas? We had Wingstop, and it was the 2-liter Pepsi, the name brand Pepsis, and Dr. Peppers and Sprites. Yes, we had the good stuff. I was flabbergasted. Not to mention, I wasn't on my Hennessy back then. I was only in 9th grade. I barely was drinking. I barely can sip a beer. But we had 2 big bottles of the pineapple Amsterdam. Yeah, Amsterdam. So I was like, ooh, they done took my birthday from a level 5 to a level 9. Just like that. I was so excited, y'all. Put the speaker on, let the party freaking begin. So we having a good time. My friend Diamond called. She was like, girl, what room you in? I was like, 302. Let's go. Come up here. Nah, in high school, my friend Diamond used to smoke that weed, y'all. She did. I smoke weed now, but when I was in high school, y'all, I was the most innocent little thing. I didn't know nothing about no weed. I promise you. I used to know what it was. I used to know what it smelled like. But when it comes to me possessing or engaging in any kind of way, I had milk behind the ear. I was scared of that stuff. I thought marijuana was just the most illegal thing in the world. I didn't judge my friend Diamond for doing it, but I was just like, girl, you too grown for me. But Diamond came and she had her little stuff, right? How about PeeWee and Treetop gonna be like, oh, you want a match? You want some more trees? Where the fuck y'all get that weed from? At this point, y'all, I'm enjoying all the benefits, but at the same time, I'm looking at Robin like, sister, God sister, are you on the same page in my? Where is our guys getting this money from? Where is the guys getting this money from? They brought us all these clothes. We in this nice little Marriott room with a balcony. We was supposed to have Pizza Hut. We got Wingstop, girl. So that's a big step from back in the days. You know what I'm saying? So I was just, you know, where's all of this energy coming from? But at the same time, I'm going to shut my mouth and I'm just going to enjoy my birthday. Yeah. So we had a good time. Diamond in there on the balcony, you know, doing her thing. I'm in there eating my Wingstop. Robin is over there bouncing it hot on Treetop. Me and PeeWee is dancing. You know, we just having a good time. No security knocked on the door. We had the music to a minimum. It just was unbothersome. We had a good little time. A couple of Treetop homeboys came. Another one of my friends came. And a lot of them, like I said, a lot of them had other plans. They just couldn't make it. Maybe because we were all in 8th grade and their parents wasn't having that shit. And they lied and said they couldn't come because of other stuff. But I feel y'all. You feel what I'm saying? But we had a good little time in that Marriott room, y'all. We sure did. Y'all, look at my mama dog. Look at her. This is who I've been babysitting for the past month. Look at her. Say hi, Queenie. Say hi. She's just so lovable. This is who I've been babysitting, y'all. And she smelled like dog. She need to go to a groomer. But isn't she lovely? Now, the party went off without a hitch. It was cool. We back at school, right? So one day, I'm in science class with Diamond. I had a lot of classes with Weed Head, right? So it's almost like the middle of the class when he had like 30 minutes left of this class, and I'm chilling, right? But I could occasionally see like the school police like pass by the door because, you know, it's like a window in the door. But I'm not thinking of nothing of it because I am an angel, right? So I just keep seeing the police pass by, and he will occasionally peek his head inside of the classroom. And I'm just thinking, hey, if the police gonna come, they coming for Diamond, because Diamond be having that stuff on her in her book bag, right? So I just chucked it to, hey, if they coming, they coming for Diamond. So I didn't think nothing of it. Eventually, I raised my hand. Can I go to the bathroom? Go to the bathroom, come back to the class. I sit down. I look at my little phone. I see like 7 missed calls. They must have didn't come through, because I would have answered. I was in the bathroom, but I didn't hear no phone ring or vibrate. But I sit down and I see 7 missed calls from Robin. Before I can even like begin to like text her back or anything, the classroom door opens, and it's a security guy. It's a guy from the office, like a counselor, and it's a school police officer. Again, I'm an angel. They're not coming for moi. If anything, Diamond the one with the weed in her book bag. You feel me? So I sat there and I mind my business. They talked to the teacher for a little bit, and he's like, Yolanda. I say, huh? The teacher say, I go up to the front. They was like, they need you to pack your stuff, and you need to go to the office with them. I say, what now? You ain't here for Diamond? Diamond looking at me, I'm looking at her. I get my book bag, and I'm following up to the office. The whole time to the office, I'm looking at my little phone. I'm texting Robin. I'm like, yo, what's up? She didn't respond back. I call her, it go to voicemail. I call her, it go to voicemail. I text her again. Sis, you good? No response. I make it to the office. So I'm standing in the office, and then one of the ladies, she was like, go to the back to the principal's office. Excuse me, I'm an angel. So I go to the principal's office, and he's sitting in there. The guys who walked with us, with the cop, they leave. So now it's just the principal, me, and the school police officer. He's like, have a seat. I have a seat. So them two was mumbling about something. I don't know what they was talking about. So the principal gets up and he walks out. He closed the door behind him. So now it's just me and the school police, right? So now Robin I feel my little Nokia vibrate now. So so I look at the phone, and Robin was like, girl, oh my God, girl, they got me in the office with the police. So I was like, I texted real back real fast. Y'all know how you gotta so I'm texting as fast as I can on my little Nokia. I'm like, girl, me too. What the fuck? The police sit down in a chair next to me, and he have a folder in his hand, a yellow manila folder, you know, the fold-ins or whatever. He put it on the desk, and he was like, so how you doing today? I was like, sir, as best as I can. What the fuck up? So he was just like, so we called you to the office because we have some wind that you have been with these fellas that have been committing some crimes. What? So I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. So he was like, yeah, we've been doing an investigation for a few months now, and it's come to our attention that you are one of the young ladies that's attached to these 2 guys that have been doing crimes. So I'm like, who are you talking to? I don't be doing nothing. I'm in the band. I just be going to band practice. I don't be doing nothing. So he was like, yeah, we have pictures of you and another young lady, and you guys be riding around in this stolen car. What? Y'all, back in the days when I was in middle school, high school, stolen cars, we called them splacks. I was riding around in a splack. That you talking about, that black beat down Honda with the beat up bumper and the peeling paint. So he was like, yes, you guys have been riding around in a stolen car for some months. And hell no, I knew something was up with that car. That was a stolen goddamn car. So he was like, and then I was like, a couple months. He was like, yeah. He was like, it took a while for the person to report their car stolen, and this and that. So apparently, y'all, I'm gonna keep going. So I was like, are you sure? Because y'all know he was cheating. Well, he had a little girlfriend that looked like me. So I was like, apparently, I don't know what you're talking about. I just be at band practice. I'm not involved in any crimes whatsoever. He was like, well, it looks like you. I was like, well, he hangs with other girls. So now at this point, I was like, he was like, who? He was like, you keep saying he. I was like, I don't know, who are you talking about? So that yellow folder that he had, he opens it up. Now, mind you, I couldn't lie to save my life. I kept saying he, already admitting, y'all. So he opens the folder, and I can see the mugshot pictures of PeeWee and Treetop. Now he was like, "Do you know these two fellas?" I was like, "Nah, I don't really know them like that." He was like, "Well, you know, it's been heard around and said that you and another young lady have been hanging around these guys, right?" And I'm just denying. I'm like, no sir, not me. And then he goes on to say, on top of the stolen vehicles, PeeWee, he points at PeeWee picture and he's like, on top of the stolen cars, they also have a history of like fraud and stealing credit cards. And I was like, oh, so that's what, in my head I was like, oh, so that's where all them clothes come from. So I'm thinking all of this, and he's still talking, and the cop was like, and on top of the fraud, they also do identity theft. So that's how he was able to get those Marriotts and stuff like that we were in. Oh my goodness, it was a whole lot. I was too stunned to speak, and my heart was just racing because I'm an angel. You feel me? So what? I ain't got no business in none of this stuff. So the whole time I'm talking to the cop, my little kid is because Robin is texting me, but I'm not really looking at it. I just know it's her texting me. So he was like, yeah, on top of that, they do identity fraud and this and that. He was like, how long have you known these guys? And I was just like, I just met them this month. We met them on the party line, just lying through my teeth. I was like, I just met them through the party line. I only know him for about a month. I don't really have nothing to do with none of that stuff they have going on. And, I don't really have nothing to do with none of that. So he was just like, we're going to have to take your information and we're going to have you come down to our station. We're going to have that. You're going to have to come down to the station with your parents. We're going to have to question you a little more later today. You can finish your school day out, but make sure you come down to the station. I was like, okay. You know what I'm saying? What am I going to say? I was just like, okay. So then before he wrapped, he closed the folder up, and before he wrapped the conversation up, he was just like, so, are you aware of like their history, their age, their name? I was just like, I just met this boy a month ago. I don't know what you talking about. And then he goes to say, I'm going to say, DeAndre. So he was like, DeAndre have a history of this. You really need to be careful of who you hang around. DeAndre, he told me his name was PeeWee. PeeWee. So apparently Treetop and PeeWee have been lying to me and Robin about their names, girl. Oh Lord. So now the age, like I told y'all, they was a little older than us. The age was correct, but they had lied to us about their name, y'all. His name was DeAndre. He told me his name was PeeWee. So I was just like, oh my God. It was one after the other, shock after the other. I was just like, I have nothing to do with none of this, sir. I will be to the police station with my daddy later. So he gave me the whole spiel, the whole talk. Be careful who you hang around. You shouldn't be hanging around these guys. You ladies was riding in a stolen car, and this and that. He gets up and he walks out of the office. I'm sitting in there by myself. I finally get a chance to look at my little Nokia, and I get to see Robin messages. She tells me the same thing. She's like, girl, they have me in the office with the police, and Treetop, his name ain't Treetop, girl, and they be stealing credit cards, and girl, they had identity. Everything that he told me, they told her, and she was like, yeah, this can't go on. You know what I'm saying? They want me to come to the police station, so we're gonna fast forward to the police station. Well, later that day at school. So during school, me and Robin is texting. We trying to figure out how the fuck to get out of this. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't do nothing. We had no idea what was going on. So, we got out of school like 2:20. So I had to call my daddy. So I was like, Pop. He was like, what? I was like, Pop, I think me and Robin in some trouble or whatever. Y'all, by the grace of God, hallelujah. Before I got to tell my daddy what was going on, y'all. Before I got to tell my dad what was going on, like I told y'all, I had band practice after school, so I was still on the school grounds. That counselor who came and got me out of the class earlier, he saw me, he put me to the side. He was like, the police contacted them or whatever and said that I was clear, and that they're gonna work out whatever they have to with the two guys, and pretty much that I was clear, and I don't have to go to the station anymore. So while I'm talking to my dad, this guy pulls me to the side, and I tell my daddy I'm gonna call him back. The guy tells me what was up. I called my daddy back, and I was just like, Pop, don't worry about it. It was some band mess. It's okay. They said I can't perform next game. I lied to daddy. You feel me? But by the grace of God, that counselor came. Ooh, Hallelujah. He came and got me before I told Pop what was going on because it was too deep, girl. So, eventually I don't have to drag the story too much far along. Just say that I don't know about Robin because I'm not her. She's her own woman. I don't know what she do when she's not around me. I never talked to PeeWee ever again. I never talked to him again. That little purple Nokia I had, girl, I threw that bitch away. My daddy got me a new phone. I got me a new number. I don't know if Robin talked to Treetop after that. Maybe she did. Maybe she was still on all fours with your bro. Maybe she was enjoying that little scam money. I can't say for certain if Robin continued talking to Treetop. But for me, hell no. This motorcycle. But for me, hell no. I didn't talk to him anymore until this day. I have no idea how he looks. I have no idea where he's at in life. I don't even have an idea if PeeWee's still alive to this day. Now, Robin, if you're watching, girl, and if you had some kind of dealings with Treetop and you know where he at in life, girl, comment down below so the people can see and know that they still alive. I don't really care for PeeWee, but it was a good story time. So the lesson in this, right? It ain't no damn lesson. I should have just been smarter, and I'm glad I ain't getting in trouble. But the lesson in it is don't be getting in no raggedy stolen cars with these raggedy boys who wear raggedy black Air Force Ones. What else the lesson is? If they lie about their age, just don't talk to them. You know what I'm saying? He lied about his name. The whole time I thought his name was PeeWee. His name was Demetrius, girl. But yeah, I done been through some crazy shit when I was younger. Girl, that party line was something serious. If y'all enjoyed that story time, go ahead and leave y'all comments down below. Talk to me. Go ahead and hype me up. Like my video. Please like my video. And please subscribe. Hit y'all notification bell because I be going through stuff. I be hearing everywhere. I'm about to get back on board for y'all. I promise you. When I get my life settled. I love y'all. And until next time, peace.